This is a sequential conveyor control project. I will open SCADA on TIA Portal to run the runtime. You can download the TIA Portal program for free in the course. The working principle of my system is already written here. When starting, the conveyor runs from 1 to 3. When stopping the system, the conveyor stops from 3 to 1. Go back to lesson 10 and create a project like that lesson. Open Visual Studio and start programming. Create a new project. Name the project. I will save the project in the download folder. First, we need to add the S7.NET library. If you don't have it, you can download the library in the course. Now, the library has appeared. Double-click on the main form. This is the form load function. We also need to add the S7.NET function to the main form. Declare the PLC with this command. Now, the class reading tag data from the PLC is an error because we haven't added that class. Add the class declaring the tag list in the PLC. Go back to lesson 11 and copy the tag list I've created. This is the tag list in the PLC's DB1 block. You need to ensure that the tag lists in C# and PLC match. Back to the main form and create a timer to scan PLC tag value. Name the timer. Set the scan time to 1 second. Go back to lesson 10. We need to use some codes from lesson 10. Use this code for the form load function. Create a common class to display object pictures based on PLC tag values. Copy and paste this code for the common class. These are the functions to display pictures for PLC tags. This error is because we haven't called the library. Go back to lesson 11 and follow my instructions. Use the symbol factory software to create pictures for lamps and conveyors. Create a folder to store end pictures. Export pictures for lamps when the tag is on. Export pictures for lamps when the tag is off. Do the same for the conveyor. Export conveyor pictures when the tag is off. Export conveyor pictures when the tag is on. Now, we have pictures for the project. Use the picture box function to add pictures for lamps and conveyors. Here, you need to select all pictures in the folder. Select this function to display the full picture. Use the label function to name the lamp. Change the font size. Copy and paste for the other lamps. This is the starting lamp. This is the stopping lamp. Copy and do the same for the conveyor. We need to change the pictures to conveyors. Name it Conveyor 1. Copy and do the same for the other conveyors. Now, we need to set IDs for objects, including lamps and conveyors. Use underscores instead of spaces. Use this code to display the status of lamps and conveyors. Double-click on the timer. Copy this code and paste it into the timer. Now you see, the function name is an error. We need to change the function name. This is the function for a tag with 2 states. Copy and paste it into the error function name in the main form. The ID of the stopping lamp symbol is also an error. Because I mistakenly added an extra O. I will try changing the PLC address and run the runtime to check display functions. Here, I am using PLC Sim, so I need to change the IP to the PLC Sim's IP. Run and check. Now, the status of the conveyor and lamps is displayed correctly. Now, we will program for objects to write data down to PLC. We need to add objects like in the picture. First, I will add start and stop buttons. Copy and do the same for the stop button. Now, I will add a text box to set the delay time. Use the text box feature on the toolbar. I will copy for the actual time display text box. For the only display text box, we need to disable it and change it to a different color. Add edit and save buttons to set the delay time. Now, we need to set IDs for the newly added objects. Start and stop buttons have a momentary type, so we use the press and release functions for the buttons. This is the event when the button is pressed. And this is the event when the button is released. Do the same for the stop button. Press event for the stop button. Release event for the stop button. When pressed, we set the bit to 1. The address of the tag is the address we declared in the DB block. This is the tag address of the start button. In C#, we need to enter the correct tag address. For the release event, we set the bit to false. Do the same for the stop button. This is the tag address of the stop button. Now, let's program for the edit and save buttons. These two buttons will have a click event. The save button also does the same. This is the internal tag used to enable the write function of the text box to the PLC. Use this code for the edit button. Use this code for the save button. Here, the ID of the text box is an error. Let's fix it. It's best to copy the ID to avoid errors. This is the tag address for setting the delay time. You need to set the correct tag address on the PLC and C#. This code is used to display the tag value on the text box. Copy and paste it into the timer to scan tag values. The ID of the text box is wrong. Let's fix it. Copy this ID and paste it into the main form. Let's run the runtime and check the results. I will open Wink and C# at the same time to check. Try changing the setting value. The result is data written to the PLC successfully. Run the system with the Start button. The system operates correctly. I will change the setting time to be faster. Press the Stop button to check. The system operates correctly. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel for the next lessons.